Now there are 5.
5 women accusing former U.S. Representative and once frontrunner for governor Eric Swalwell of sexual misconduct.
The Bay Area Democrat continues to deny the allegations even as his political career is imploding. Laurie Perez joins us with the latest on the growing case against him. Laurie?
Well, Swalwell's resignation from Congress became effective this afternoon, just days after he abandoned his bid for governor, a scandalous ending to his illustrious rise in politics. Today, Governor Newsom declared there will be a special election in August to fill that House seat. But Swalwell's troubles are far from over, as today a 5th woman came forward with another shocking rape allegation.
I believe he drugged my drink.
In Beverly Hills today, tech entrepreneur and former model Lana Drews joined a chorus of allegations against Eric Swalwell, alleging the former congressman spiked her drink and then led her to his hotel room at an event in the LA area 7 years ago.
He raped me, and he choked me. And while he was choking me, I lost consciousness.
Drews and her attorney, Lisa Bloom, filed a police report with the LA County Sheriff today. And tonight, the department confirmed it is investigating a report Swalwell sexually assaulted a woman in July 2018 at a business in the 900 block of Hammond Street in West Hollywood. She says she'd met Swalwell a few times, and it was during their 3rd encounter that he allegedly drugged and raped her. Her story echoing another accuser who came forward last week accusing Swalwell of raping her when she was intoxicated. 2 other women who say he sexually harassed or pursued them when they were students and early in their careers spoke exclusively with CBS News today.
He invited me to a hotel to meet him. It was very clear what the connotation was. What I keep thinking back to is how lucky I am that I didn't go to that hotel. One night he was on a trip and he was laying in his hotel room bed, and then he sent me a photo of his penis.
Despite multiple stunning allegations and the Manhattan DA investigating, former LA County Public Defender Lou Shapiro says defense attorneys will seize on how much time has passed since the alleged incidents and the timing of the reports.
He's not a nobody. He's already an elected congressman of many years. And we understand that victims do sometimes take time to come forward. But why all of them right when he's about to become a candidate, a leading candidate for the race? Again, proof beyond a reasonable doubt is a very high burden to meet. And I don't know that it could be met under these facts and this timing.
But he concedes Swalwell has already been convicted in the court of public opinion. And some advocates for women say he isn't the only one who should be held accountable if in fact his behavior was well known in Washington, as some have contended it was.
And what does it say about those that protected him? Personally, if they knew, they also need to be held accountable, and they also need to step down. It's not enough to say everyone knew.
Shapiro expects we should know in 2 to 3 months if Swalwell will face any criminal charges. The special election to fill Swalwell's House seat will be on August 18th. I'm Laurie Perez, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Laurie.